What is going on, everyone? Anthony here, and in today's video I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the latest updates on the Resident Evil Village Gold Edition. So let's check out the trailer. This is the Winters expansion trailer for the Mercenaries. Rated M for mature. Whoa, they got the metal rolling here. What is this? Oh, shit. All different style enemies. There's Chris.
Let's do this.
Alright, Chris, what do you got? Punching? Fuck yeah. Look at him taking on those big enemies. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, fuck you guys. I got the flash grenades. Look at that. Got Heisenberg here. What does he got? Look at this. He's all using the hammer and shit. Look at that. Using his powers, using saws. He's not fucking around. And you got Lady D. Here we go. Look at her. Slicing up people like nobody's business. Look at this. She's choke slamming them. She doesn't give a shit. Resident Evil Village Gold Edition. Well, Mercenaries just looks a lot more fun now. And look at this. The third person stuff. And of course, the story expansion. Shadows of Rose, Additional Orders, third person. And if you pre-order right now, you get the Street Wolf outfit. The pre-orders are live October 28th, 2022. Now, you might be asking, well, what is going on with the Gold Edition, with the pricing? Well, let's break it down. This is from the official press release from Capcom, okay? So, the game is coming out, or the expansion and the DLC is coming out October 28th. But there is going to be a physical and a digital release for this Gold Edition. Everyone's been asking about the price. Well, I can tell you the price right now. Confirmed by Capcom right here. The Gold Edition is priced at $49.99 if you want the game along with the DLC. If you already own the game and you just want to get the DLC, it is only going to be $19.99, which is actually a great price, $20, and you get all of the above. You get the Mercenaries, you get the story expansion, which is, of course, the Rose story. I know there's a lot of people in my community and in the RE community in general that just didn't look at, Resident Evil when it was in first person. They didn't really care. Maybe they didn't play it. Or maybe they just aren't really into first person style of games, right? It's just not up their alley. This is a great way to get into it, and I really think that it's gonna bring some people into that, The Shadows of Rose DLC didn't, they didn't really show much more other than the pre-order expansion here. But we do have some screenshots to look at. They did release more information about the character's abilities for the Mercenaries. Starting off with Lady D. It states that she looms large over enemies in this action-packed mode, where she brings her 9-foot stature to bear against any lichens or other foes unfortunate enough to cross her path. In combat, Lady D builds a thrill meter, which is what's seen here in the screenshot, by slicing adversaries to ribbons with her razor-sharp talons. This allows her to perform special actions like slamming down hostiles or summoning her daughters. Now, as far as Heisenberg, we've all seen the powers that he had in the actual story, but with this, it looks like we're going to explore it a little bit more. He has his massive hammer from the game, and he's able to manipulate the magnetic currents. And judging from what we see here in this screenshot, he is able to take control of the Soldat jets. They join him in the attack. But be careful, because crossfire can happen between you and the jets, so be careful when you're fighting. He can sling things like scrap metal and saw blades around at enemies, and also can hold them in a magnetic field. And now we have Chris Redfield. And of course, he's not a house leader, so he doesn't have any kind of advantage like that. But what else does Chris Redfield have to make him unique as opposed to what Ethan has in his loadout? Well, he punches the shit out of things apparently, and after a while, it builds up his onslaught gauge. Once that's active, Chris moves and reloads with lightning speed. And he can also request support from the Hound Wolf squad by using the target locator to pinpoint enemy positions to call in strikes, just like the final mission. And with all this new character information, they did not leave out the maps. We have the 2 new maps, the Bloody Village and Bloody River. And Capcom also made additional improvements to the gameplay for the Mercenaries, so it will be a smoother experience with all the characters included. In this screenshot here, it's what they also briefly shared in the trailer. This is Rose in the pre-order bonus, the Street Wolf outfit, so this is available if you pre-order it on any platform. You get this exclusive outfit, which Capcom likes to do for most of their releases, so there you go. Alright, so I want to state everything that we know so far about the Resident Evil Village Gold Edition Winter's Expansion, okay? Again, I'm going to say the prices, $19.99 for the Winter's Expansion, the DLC if you already own Village, $49.99 if you want to get the game and the DLC packed on one disc or on a digital download. So this will be physical and a digital release for people that actually want to own it. They usually do physical releases of the Gold Edition, so that was expected. But the other thing that you get with this price tag is the third-person perspective. Brand new perspective on Village. A lot of people are going to be checking this out. This is going to be a big feature for people to jump in for the first time if they're not used to first-person games, or maybe they were just waiting for, you know, an update for this to actually happen, and now it's actually happening. So they listen to the fans. That's what you get. That's the first thing you get. The next thing is the story continuing with the Shadows of Rose DLC. Now, the Shadows of Rose DLC is going to take place 16 years after the events of Resident Evil Village. So that means we're going to have, you know, a time skip, but this is going to be filling in pretty much all of that time, and hopefully we actually get to see what Rose has been up to, and it ends that story, because that's the point of this DLC, is to end the story and wrap everything up and just put an end note on it and conclude everything. And I'm all for that. I'm curious to see how the gameplay is going to be. I'm curious to see how we enter this consciousness of this Megamycete and what we see and what's going to be messing with her, what's going to be playing around with her mind, with her head. You know, who can she actually trust in this situation? It's a very interesting concept, and obviously this information that we got today wasn't so much more on that. We only really saw that big reveal on the Capcom showcase. That was the most we saw so far. But, you know, that's what you get with the Village Gold Edition. So again, I'm kind of just putting it all here in one little part of the video so you guys get all the information. So, all right, so the Mercenaries Additional Orders is the other thing that they're adding in this purchase here, and that means that you're going to be able to play the Mercenaries, but with the additional characters, Chris Redfield, Lady D, and Carl Heisenberg, all with their own individual abilities and weapons that make them unique. That's what I was asking for since the beginning, and I'm so happy that they added this, and I'll be able to go back and have some more fun with Mercenaries. I'm really looking forward to this. You know, I know a lot of people want to see the story, they want to see the third-person stuff, but I'm also looking forward to the Mercenaries Additional Orders. Judging from the screenshots, it looks pretty fun, so I'm really looking forward to getting into it. Okay, so Resident Evil Reverse has been on the back burner for a long time. A lot of people didn't know what was going on with it, and it was confirmed on the Capcom showcase that it was going to be released the same day as the Gold Edition Winter's Expansion. On October 28th, Resident Evil Reverse is coming out. That's what it says here. It's coming out alongside the Village Gold Edition and the Winter's Expansion, and it is free. So you don't have to get the Gold Edition to play this, okay? It is still for free. How it plays, that's what the fans will decide. It will be something fun that we can play together as fans, as friends. That's a really cool thing if it really works well, because it's a fun concept, right? If it's just done really well. And the time off that they've had, hopefully they've revamped some things, right? So it was pushed back for that reason. So that is it, guys, for this video on Resident Evil Village Gold Edition and the Winter's Expansion. Everything you need to know so far with the recent updates that they just posted tonight. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, hit the button, comment down below, and let me know what you think of the updates. Are you excited for some content in October for Resident Evil? We're finally getting some new material to play. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be here before you know it. And yeah, I can't wait to cover it and talk about it. So stay tuned as the road to Resident Evil Village Gold and Resident Evil 4 Remake continues. Take care. A big shout out to everyone that supports me on Patreon and YouTube memberships. YouTube members grants you access to voting on content with custom badges and emojis for chats. Patreon gives you the same voting privilege, but even more. Gain access to uncut recording sessions, weekly exclusive Patreon shows, and live hangouts on Patreon. Tiers start at just $1. Thank you so much for your support, and I will catch you next time.